What's going on there, YouTube, and welcome back to another comic book video. This is the channel where we sit down and cover different comic book stories from different comic book companies. Today, we're going to jump back over to Marvel Comics and continue our coverage over the Shadowland event. Now, this was an event that was done back in 2010 for our good old boy, Daredevil. With that being said, we have been covering the main title and also all of the tie-ins as well. Well, today, we're going to cover another tie-in. Matter of fact, the complete tie-in series called Shadowland Daughter of the Shadow. So in this video, you get all 3 issues of this miniseries that was a tie-in for the Shadowland event. And this focused on Colleen Wing as she is trying to figure out more information about her mother, something she never had learned throughout her whole life. So if you do like today's comic book video, hit that like button down below and subscribe. But here we go. So the story is about Colleen Wing. Now this makes sense because back in the early days of Marvel Comics, Colleen Wing and Misty Knight were close friends. So if Misty Knight got a book in the middle of this event, it makes sense for Colleen Wing to get one as well. Now, Colleen Wing tells us in the beginning of this book that her grandfather had trained her to be a samurai, but she then became a hero for hire. That is the name of a group of heroes that have been used by a lot of Marvel characters who were heroes for hire. Luke Cage and Iron Fist were the first 2, but other heroes had the name too. Now, in the beginning of this book, we see her attacking some shady business. In the front, it seems like a normal office, but in the back, a bunch of women who were brought here from other countries as slaves and being forced to work for evil men. The cops can't do anything because they don't have a warrant, but for Colleen Wing, she does not need one. So she goes in there and starts cutting up people left and right. Except when she's about to go in there to find the proof she needs to prove that the women are being held here as slaves, she is stopped by cops because they got word what she was going to do. That is because she is a vigilante, and since these guys had labeled this place as a business, she does not have the right to attack the place, so the cops made her stop attacking the place and send her back home. We then pick up with Colleen Wing, who is watching the news about how Daredevil had set up shop in Hell's Kitchen and turned it into Shadowland. She agrees with what Daredevil has done because she hears the news about how the crime rate has been going down rapidly, and that is a good thing to her because just a moment ago, she wanted to help the cops and they wouldn't do anything. Either way, one of her neighbors from the apartment down the hall, Tig, yes, her name is Tig, she comes by to tell Colleen Wing that she got a job with a councilman named Shake and she wants to celebrate, and they do. Later that night, while Colleen Wing was asleep, of course, she begins to hear footsteps in her home, wondering who in the world is in her apartment. Of course, it was the Hand. So when she goes into her bathroom, they left her a message that came from Daredevil since the Hand is under his control. The message says that Daredevil knows something about her mother, which is something that she always wanted to know about. So in the morning that day, she sees the news about Daredevil again. And also she thinks back to Shadowland number 2. When a bunch of heroes and her had gone to talk to Daredevil to turn him good but failed. She still believes what he is doing is right. Except while she is heading toward Shadowland to tell Daredevil that she will join his side, she is confronted by Misty Knight to remind us that at this point, these two are no longer friends. Reason why is because when the two of them were heroes for hire, they had betrayed some good, honest people. It was all Misty Knight's fault, and it made Colleen Wing mad. Now, Misty Knight knows Daredevil had asked to see Colleen Wing because while this book is going on, Shadowland Blood on the Streets is happening at the same time, and right before it as well, because Misty Knight mentions that Shroud is her partner and saw the Hand leaving Colleen Wing's apartment. Colleen tells Misty Knight, don't follow her, and Colleen leaves. So Colleen Wing does go to Shadowland, and when she gets there, well, that begins the process of the hand coming out to attack her because they think that she is attacking the place. Except, of course, this will not last long. It will last long enough to show us Colleen Wing to fight against the hand and kill some of these ninjas real quickly. Then you have the White Tiger come by to tell everyone to stop because she knows that Daredevil was expecting her, so Colleen Wing goes inside. That is when you have Daredevil tell Colleen Wing that her mother was trained by her grandfather, which makes sense, except instead Colleen Wing's mother was also working for the Japanese government. She then joined the hand. Something that was in her blood was very important to the hand. We don't learn what, but we learn that she led a team of women in the hand known as the Nail. The Nail was a group of women who are like top-notch warriors of the hand that took care of a lot of different things for the hand. Daredevil then proceeds to ask Colleen Wing to lead the new formation of the Nail, telling her that she can go after evil men like the ones she battled with earlier and actually stop them. This is where we sit down and cover who is going to be part of the new version of the Nail that's being led by Colleen Wing, starting with Macro, who is basically an assassin, female Dr. Octopus. Apparently Daredevil had freed her from some kind of lab that was holding her. Then we move on to Yuki. She's the one wearing all of the Japanese makeup and taking out the guards. She has the ability to hypnotize her enemies, and then we meet Cherry Blossom, just a young 17-year-old girl with, of course, red hair. But finally, we meet Black Lotus, who is basically the second best assassin on the team, but does not follow orders. We see them on their first mission, freeing some women who are, of course, being held as slaves for different reasons. Of course, after that, we do see Colleen Wing meet up with Daredevil when she tells him how the team was not her choice. Everyone who's on his team is someone Daredevil had picked, but the reason why he did that is because they're all descendants of the original team the hand had years ago. Daredevil tells Colleen Wing that he will make sure they follow her orders because he rules over everything. She is upset how they don't really follow her orders. So we see the Nail going on their next mission, which is them going back to the business that was holding those slaves we saw in the beginning of this video. Now, this is Colleen Wing feeling happy because she is being able to finish something that she was trying to achieve early on. Except while they are saving the slaves and killing all those bad men, well, Black Lotus has set bombs. And this makes Colleen Wing angry because what if the bombs have gone off before they were able to get everyone out? So again, going back to the idea that no one on the team is really following orders or her rules either. So when they all get back to Colleen Wing's home, that is when Colleen Wing brings Black Lotus over to have a conversation about everything she did wrong, mainly the bomb incident. But of course, to Black Lotus, she thinks that what she did was something amazing to do and something that had to be done. Except their argument is stopped when you have White Tiger come by to Colleen Wing, that they have found the leader of the slave ring. Come to find out, it is Councilman Shake, the same one Colleen Wing's friend Tig got a job at. So Colleen Wing wants to gather more information before they go, but of course, all of the Nail leave to stop Councilman Shake. So you have Colleen Wing and the Nail go to the convoy that is transporting Councilman Shake to whatever event he has to go to. This, of course, is going to be a huge battle in the streets now. At first, they do go after the wrong vehicle, which is the limo, thinking that he'll be hiding in that limo, but of course, he was in the van that was following behind the limo, so they now have to catch up to the van, which they do. They're able to grab him, except there were points that the Nail did not care for other people around their battle scene since they almost crashed a school bus into the wall as they were trying to grab Councilman Shake. After that, you have Colleen Wing coming back to the Shadowland Fortress and talking to Daredevil, how he is happy with everything Colleen Wing in the Nail has done so far, and also happy that she has joined his side. Except Colleen Wing gets upset when she goes back to the rest of the Nail group to find out from Cherry Blossom that all of the staff workers for Councilman Shake are being held to be interrogated because maybe they know something about Councilman Shake and the slave ring. Of course, this means Colleen Wing's friend Tig, who just got a job there only a couple days ago. When Colleen Wing makes it into the dungeon of the Shadowland Fortress, well, she does find Tig, where you have Colleen Wing leave, but she knows that she has to save her friend because the Hand in the Nail may think Tig knows something, but she doesn't. So to end the second chapter of this book, we see Colleen Wing leaving her apartment early in the morning so that she can sneak into the base of the fortress to hopefully save her friend. Except after Colleen Wing sneaks her way through all of the guards to get to the cage that was holding Tig, she comes to find out that Tig is not there when Colleen Wing gets her throat cut by none other than Black Lotus. So of course, the Nail is now portraying their boss, Colleen Wing. So of course, we then get a battle between Colleen Wing against her old team that she only had for a couple days. Either way, you have Colleen Wing having a hard time trying to fight against her old team. One, she is dealing with a wound, and two, well, she is outnumbered here with them having 4 to her 1. It is Colleen Wing realizing that she is going to lose this match. Now, Black Lotus wants to go ahead and kill her off, but Cherry Blossom stops Black Lotus because she says if they kill Colleen Wing without any proof that she has betrayed Daredevil, it will look bad on them. So why not take her to their boss? Except we learn that Cherry Blossom was on Colleen Wing's side this whole time and not on Black Lotus. It's Cherry Blossom telling Colleen Wing, to make it look like that Cherry Blossom is unable to take Colleen Wing so that she can escape, which she does. Now Colleen Wing is an enemy of the Hand now. The next page, it is Black Lotus coming to Daredevil as he's interrogating Councilman Shake to see how Shake is getting his slaves. Black Lotus tells Daredevil about Colleen Wing escaping, but Daredevil is confident that she'll be able to get captured again because he thinks Colleen Wing will come back soon. We see Colleen Wing go to Misty Knight since she's the only person she can go to for help at the moment. Even though the two of them are at odds at the moment. She has no choice here really. But while that is going on, you have Black Lotus going to the rest of the Nail asking them to help her as their leader. She promised that she'll be able to protect them and be able to make them look great in their Lord eyes. Of course, that Lord would be Daredevil. You then have each member of the team agree to work with Black Lotus and Cherry Blossom saying yes so that they won't attack her at all, letting us know that they know she helped Colleen Wing get away. Now getting back to Colleen Wing and Misty Knight, this scene is more of the two of them kind of realizing that the two of them should be friends again. Also, this is the moment Colleen Wing realizes that she was being played by Daredevil because Master Aizo told them that Daredevil has been taken over by the demonic being known as the Beast. She should have listened to him, but because Daredevil had information about her mother, something she always wanted to learn about, but she realized that she needed to go back and save her friend Tig. Which leads us into the last moment of this book. Well, the second to last moment of this book. You have Colleen Wing trying to sneak into the base of Shadowland, but of course she is caught by Black Lotus in the Nail. Now you would expect this to be another battle between the two sides. The Nail attacks her all at once, but you have Black Lotus ask Colleen Wing to do some kind of duel to see who should be the true leader of the Nail. or to see who is the better warrior. This battle does go on for a while and becomes a bloody one, except at the end of the battle, you have Black Lotus lose to Colleen Wing. Colleen Wing was able to walk out of the Shadowland Fortress thanks to Cherry Blossom and Tig. But this is where we are going to end today's comic book video. So please hit that like button down below and subscribe for more content to come in the near future. Also, any suggestions on books I should read, well, please let me know in the comments below, because you never know, your suggestion could be a future video down the road. But I do hope you enjoyed today's video.